What's up, family? Welcome to Ddins Xperience. Here we do simple food recipes and tips, food, gadget, and kitchen tool reviews, challenges, and more. Before we get started, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell on the bottom right of the screen and hit all. And if you have any suggestions, please leave me a comment in the section below. And without further ado, let's get to the menu.
What's up, family? So for this recipe, you're going to have 2 pounds of ground beef, ketchup or puree, Worcestershire sauce, evaporated milk, 2 cups of water, 3 eggs, potatoes, 5 garlic cloves, 2 onion, 2 green pepper, frozen sweet corn, frozen green beans, flour, cream cheese, pepper, thyme, salt, turmeric, 2 tablespoons of beef fat, and if you don't have that, you can use 2 beef buion cubes. 1 or 2 would be just fine. With that being said, let's get to it. So the first thing that you want to do, you always want to prep your most tedious and most time-consuming foods first. So we're just going to peel our potatoes. I love this meal so much. This is actually one of my family's favorite. My dad loves it. All right, we're almost done here. And we're going to get to the next step. Now that we got our potatoes peeled, we're going to cut our potatoes into fourths and we're going to chop them up into small cubes like this. Let's go. We're almost done with the prepping. Let's go ahead and get our combining agent together, which is 3 tablespoons in the 2 cups of water. I do apologize, you guys. I did not put me chopping onions and peppers, just because I want to shorten time. We're going to mix this in nice and thoroughly. Now that we got our potatoes on the stove, let's go ahead and here's some quick facts.
Shepherd's pie, common and inexpensive British dish, originated from the sheep country in Scotland and northern England. It is a baked meat pie made with minced or diced lamb and topped with a thick layer of mashed potatoes.
Okay, so now we're going to put our 2 pounds of ground beef and we're going to let them brown. And now we're going to start chopping it up, getting it evenly inside of our stir-fry pan. I love using my stir-fry pan. Gonna let that sit for a second, let it cook. Let it get a nice brown evenly. Okay. Let's get back to flipping and chopping. And we're gonna let that sit again and let this side brown for a bit. The hard part is already over, you guys. We already got the prepping done with the potatoes. The tedious part is done with. Now we're just straight cooking. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and flip and chop again. All right. We're going to put our black pepper in, season to taste. Our salt, I love using Himalayan pink. And we'll use our thyme. And go ahead and season it. Give it some flavor. Put about 2 to 3 tablespoons of ketchup or puree. And you also want to use turmeric. Quick fact, turmeric actually helps clean the impurities in your food and actually help clean your blood system. Pretty cool. So that's why I like using turmeric. Put like a half a cup or 3/4 to a half cup of Worcestershire sauce. And then now we're going to add my vegetables. I love my vegetables. I chose to use a lot more vegetables and green beans and corn because throughout the internet, all I've seen people use was peas and carrots. So now we're going to add in our combining agent, which is our 3 tablespoons of flour and our 2 cups of water. All right, we're going to go ahead and mix that in together. So yeah, all I saw was peas and carrots. And I know that some people don't like peas and carrots. So this is one recipe that you guys can definitely use if you don't like peas and carrots. Okay, and we're going to let this cook. Gonna mix this in some more. And don't forget, I did add in my 2 tablespoons of beef fat. And if you want to know how I require beef fat, anytime you make hamburgers or steak, save the fat from that. And there you have it, your beef fat. If you don't have that, 1 or 2 buion cubes would do. Cook that down until you get this. Hit that like for me. Now all together, while this is cooking, you're going to cook this for about 15 to 20 minutes on medium heat. Okay. So it cooked for about 15-20 minutes. We're going to turn off the heat. Okay. Quick fact.
Originally, a pie made with any kind of meat and mashed potato was called a cottage pie. In modern British England, the dish is usually called cottage pie. If it is made with beef, if it is made with lamb, it is usually called shepherd's pie, because a shepherd looked after the sheep. So, shepherd's pie made with beef is cottage pie, not shepherd's pie.
So guys, you hear that? If you're making shepherd's pie with beef, it's cottage pie, not shepherd's pie. All right, now that we have our potatoes almost done, let me show you. Straight like butter. Let me show you guys one more time here. I'm actually gonna push it through. That's how soft you want it. That's the consistency. Okay, let's go ahead and drain them. Get the water off of it. Look at that steam. Now I like to let mine sit for a second. You can shake yours, hurry up the process, but just to get all that excess water off. All right. Now it's time to get to mashing. We're gonna pour our potatoes in our bowl. We're gonna add our 1.5 sticks of butter, 3 tablespoons of cream cheese or more is your mashed potatoes, 1/2 cup of evaporated milk, 3 egg yolks, just the egg yolk. And we're gonna go ahead and mash those in. The egg yolk is gonna help get that firm. The potatoes a little bit more firm. Go ahead and mash these up. And understand, guys, anytime that you're reading a cookbook or you're watching tutorials on YouTube, listen, these are just guides. This is not, you can always switch it up. This is your kitchen, and this is what we're looking for. Beautiful, fluffy mashed potatoes. All right, let's go ahead and get our shepherd's pie made. I'm gonna add in our beef. For this, just to show you the basics, I'm just going to do one layer. I'm normally known for making about 3-4 layers, but just going to make one layer. Okay. Let me just put the whole pot. Speed things up a bit. Now we're going to add our cheese. We're going to add our green bean. Then we're going to add our frozen corn. And yes, it is perfectly fine that it's frozen. We're going to be putting this in the oven. Now at this time, you want to go ahead and preheat your oven to 375 to 400 degrees, depending if you have a gas or an electric. I'm going to be setting mine at 375 degrees. I'm going to add another layer of cheese on here. I like a lot of cheese. And it doesn't matter what type of cheese. I have used square cheese. Today I have shredded cheese. All right. Now we're going to put our mashed potatoes in and just place them in there. Don't worry about spreading it through quite yet. You don't want to use a spoon to spread them through. It makes it a little bit more difficult. See what I mean? Okay. Now we're going to take a fork and spread it across. See how much easier that is? So glides across the potatoes like ice. All right. Draw my little design in here. Just for presentation, makes it look nice. And then we're going to add one more layer of cheese. Now, at this point, the oven should be hot at 375 degrees or 400 degrees if you have an electric. Cook that for about 20 to 30 minutes. And this is what you're going to be looking for. Voila. That looks nice. You can see at the bottom left-hand corner of the pan it is still bubbling a little bit. Ow! And appreciate you guys' work. Sometimes take a look at what you've done. Look at your work. All right, we're going to go ahead and get this panned up. Yes. Please forgive me. I did forget to clean the plate. I was just excited and I was hungry. Let's go ahead and dig in. Ooh, that bite excites me. Thanks again, family, for joining me today. If you did like this video, please hit subscribe and hit the notification bell and share this video with all your friends. Come on, Ddins, let's make it to our first 100 subscribers. Until next time, peace.